Good morning, Garrett. How are you today?
Doing well.
Good, good. Thank you for so much for joining us. Really excited to hear all that SEM PDX has to offer and what you guys are up to. I want to welcome everyone to 10 Minutes with 52. My name is Elaine Shea, the Community Engagement Manager here. 52 is a local creative and tech staffing agency. We believe that the power of connection and community is extremely important, especially when you are looking for new work, or you're pivoting, or you're just trying to learn more about the market that you're in. So no better way to be connected than to join community organizations. And one of those organizations is SEM PDX, who will be joining us today. Garrett Brown, the soon-to-be president. And he's going to talk a little bit about what SEM PDX is, how it formed, and who your members are. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, and thanks for everyone for attending. Yeah, as she said, my name is Garrett Brown, incoming president for SEM PDX. SEM PDX, in its origins, search engine marketing, Portland, was a group of kind of ragtag individuals from in and around Portland, working at agencies and their independent consultancies that really wanted to foster a digital marketing network within Portland. I think that at the time you still have these monoliths of agencies that still exist today, the Widens of the world and so on and so forth, but they were doing TV advertising. They were doing the traditional, the radio, the billboards, and there wasn't much of a voice for those that were working more in the digital sense. That was this burgeoning sense of marketing that, to what we know now in 2020, is massive, that it's overtaking linear TV. It's overtaking the older traditional routes of marketing. And so SEM PDX was started with that promise to deliver for the digital marketing community. But over the 13 years, now going into 14 years of existence, we have kind of broadened our tent. It's a good mixture still of those that are working at agencies and are running small digital marketing shops. But we have small business owners. We have those running nonprofits. We have in-house marketers. We have real estate agents. We have insurance agents. Those that have to kind of do it themselves and want resources and want the ability to network and kind of grow those abilities. And through that, we have our monthly meetups where we bring in speakers from all around the country to talk about SEO, social media, paid search, YouTube, website design, and so on and so forth. And then we have our big yearly Engage. Sad to say that 2020 will not see a in-person Engage for the first time in 12 years. It was a tough decision for the board and myself to make, but one we had to make with the safety of our members and the community at large. That will be postponed to 2021, but we're excited. We're in the mix right now of getting a virtual Engage conference going in March 7th and 8th of this year.
As hard as
August of 7th and 8th. I always think it's March because that's where it's always been in, but August of this year, yeah.
That's okay. The days and the months are kind of a blur these days. But I do commend your decision to take your event virtual. Is the responsible thing to do, especially at this juncture. So tell us a little bit more about your monthly events. I know previously they were in person. Mm-hmm. Can anyone sign up for it? Do you have to be a digital marketer? Do you have to be a member? Tell us a little bit more about the cadence and kind of the content of your programming.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were up at Lucky Labrador in Northwest, previously at Bridgeport Brewing, but typically it's a massive 50, 60 people at any one time. And it's very informal. There's slices of pizza, and there's some beers on tap. We sit back and have a relaxed environment, and a great presentation comes out of it. We've now moved those to virtual monthly events, and those are free to everyone until we go back into person. And even when we do resume in person, they're open to everyone. There's better pricing if you are a member, and those rates are pretty affordable. And I know my membership director, Ryan Pesh, would want me to make a shout out that SEM PDX is open to anyone and everyone. You do not have to be a master digital marketer. You do not have to, have spend 10 years in, technical SEO to be a part of this. That's actually where we find most of our membership growth, and most of our new members are those that are just wanting to grow their knowledge, grow their networking group, because I think that people tend to get into their circles, and then they're like, I hear all this digital marketing. oh, look at all these agencies that are hiring for paid social specialists, paid search specialists, digital marketing strategists. And the jobs of linear TV and media planning are kind of going by the wayside. My agency, Rain the Growth Agency, is doing the same. I would say that we're 3-to-1 hiring more to digital than the traditional line. And I think that is people recognizing that and then finding us affordable outlets such as SEM PDX to do it. I started at SEM. I moved to Portland about 8 years ago as a entry level person, and I was thankful that Robert Frost, who sits on the board with me to this day, was my boss at the time, and he dragged me by the ear to go to these SEM PDX events. But I contribute almost all of the growth in my career here in Portland to me being a part of SEM PDX, the networking I was able to do, the people that I was able to meet, the speakers that I was able to be introduced to, and all the lessons that I was learning. And so it's just a way of fostering those that are want to be passionate or just at least grow their knowledge around digital marketing.
I echo those sentiments. I mean, especially in a market like Portland, it's definitely who you know and networking that gives you a plethora of career opportunities. For those people who are thinking about pivoting in this kind of time and space where digital marketing is seeing such a surge, what kind of advice can you give to those people that are entry level, that, like you said, you were 8 years ago, right? Like, should they go back to school? Is there an accreditation? Obviously, join SEM PDX and attend all of your events. But for kind of upskilling, what kind of advice would you give to those people?
Absolutely. What I'd say is, this is not to besmirch any institution, school, or otherwise, but the marketing programs at most universities, even the higher tier ones, talk University of Oregon or otherwise, are a little bit behind on digital marketing as a practice and as a teaching methodology. I think a lot of the professors, I think the schools themselves are just a bit behind the curve as to where the marketing industry is heading, especially when it comes to digital. Oregon State does provide a great digital marketing certificate program, something that SEM PDX has been a part of in the past and kind of helping sponsor people for scholarships for that program. But the nice thing is a lot of the certifications that we're talking about are actually free. You can go get Google AdWords certified, Google Analytics certified through their academy for free. Those are things that go onto the resume and push your resume to the top of the stack. Can't tell you how many times we'll get 20 resumes for a specialist position, and we can weed out 15 of them because they just don't have that certification. But 5 that do, we know we don't have to start from scratch. They have that tool in their tool bag, and we can get them started faster as an employee for my agency. So I think that there is Facebook has Blueprint. Google has theirs. There's a lot of certifications that you can sit down and knock out. It doesn't take months. It could probably you could get it done in a single month, in a few weeks, and really sit down and have those. Those are great assets for your tool bag. Make sure you have your own website with your URL. Show propensity to want to be a digital person, and make sure that, all your social media, things like that. But it's not a going back to school thing. There are some certificate programs. Oregon State has a great, more encompassing one. But then there's just some free certifications out there that can really help bolster any resume.
Awesome. And now with kind of the downtime that people may be having, this is a great opportunity to get certified.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really quick, what do you see as far as roles that are trending? What are some kind of career paths junior or college graduates should think about kind of moving towards? What roles do you see robust now and in the future?
Paid social, paid search, OTT buying. So that is not traditional linear buying. That is being certified through the trade desk and other DSP partnerships. Those are the positions that it's hardest for us to hire for. But these are good starting jobs. These are $50K full benefit starting jobs. But the problem is that you need to have those certifications, those AdWords certifications. Trade Desk has a certification. Same with Facebook and others. We actually struggle to hire those. We have we'll post those jobs, and it can sometimes take us upwards of 3 to 4 months to fill them. And it's not for a lack of trying. Those are full-time recruiters going to look. I believe that in my experience in Portland, we have, for every 5 open positions, there's probably 1 qualified candidate. And we're not trying to dig too far. You just have to have just that enough of the skill set there. to get into those jobs. So there is the digital paid media, and you know, the other people on my board who do more organic search, there's still going to be a space for that, but it's just not where the jobs are trending towards, and it's not where the market's trending towards. A lot more paid media around paid social, not organic social, paid search, YouTube, and then being able to buy out of the trade desk. Those are, you know, we're actually retraining a lot of our TV staff over into being able to buy digitally through the trade desk over time. But those people that can come up with those, I can tell you time and time again as a hiring manager, those resumes tend to rise very quickly. Interviews and jobs come soon thereafter.
Awesome. And thanks for allowing me to derail a little bit from SEM PDX. I know that we're over time, but just kind of wanted to plug SEM PDX one more time and say, or ask, what are the benefits, you know, networking, workshops, connections, career opportunities. These are all great reasons to join SEM PDX. Any other things that we should consider, or, you know, the future of SEM PDX that we should be looking out for?
No, you're exactly right. It's just a great resource for those who want to grow their network. We have job openings. We have a member Slack channel where people are in there asking questions, even on their day-to-day job, or those who are looking for a vendor or looking for a job. We're posting in resumes. We're doing virtual meetups as much as we can so we can get back in person. And it's relatively affordable, the entry path towards it. But in truth, you know, there's people that I have met throughout my career that I would never have had an opportunity to. We're talking about the founders of Moz, founders of AimClear, you know, some of the biggest digital marketing products and agencies in the world. I only would have met them through SEM PDX, full stop. And so I think that there's just amazing opportunities for networking, growing your understanding of the job market within Portland, the people who are going to make those decisions, and then, you know, having a face-to-face with them before you even need to send them a resume.
Awesome. I really appreciate your time today and sharing so much. I look forward to the Engage conference, how that looks. Excited to participate, and just appreciate your time today. Thank you so much, and thank you to all those who attended 10 Minutes with 52.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You as well.